Hello, my peeps. It is Sunday evening. I had my grandkids today, so I didn't have time to do it earlier today. But I am working on a bingo for Gemstone Orphanage. And this is the bingo I'm working on. I already crossed it off because I figure I'm going to do the video. But make a dramatic pair of earrings, use stars in the design, and use crystals in a bracelet. So I already have this going across here and down here. So I have crystals, crystals, crystals. So these are all crystals, and they are Swarovskis. These are garnet Swarovskis, 6mm. And then before Swarovski changed their name, I was buying as much as I could under my budget. And then I got these are rose gold. These are rose gold. I forget the name that they actually use. They don't actually use rose gold. They give it some sort of name. And then these are 4mm pink bicones. And these are 4mm. So we have, hang on here, I'll get this. 6, 4, and 4, and then we have 15 O's. So I'm going to start out. I'm not a bead weaver, so I'm like, not really sure what I'm doing. So I'm going to start with the 6mm. I made like a little swatch for the first section. So I'm going to start with 6mm garnet. And I'm going to leave a nice tail. And then I'm going to go a 15-0 and a 4mm pink. A 15-0, 4mm pink, and a 15-0. So this is what you should have. And then I'm going to go back through. So we're coming out of the top, and we're going to go back through the bottom. And pull. What's going on? Here we go. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to pull on both ends just to tighten it. And this is what we have. And I'm going to do it again. 15-0, 4mm, 15-0, 4mm, 15-0. Go back through again. So I'm going to go up through and pull. Kind of try and do it slowly so we don't get knots because I got such a long string. I have a wingspan. Oh, geez, that's another thing. And this is right here. Okay, keep pulling. Okay, hang on. I have 6-pound fire line. That's what I have. And you can use 4-pound. I wouldn't suggest 8-pound because the bigger pound that you go, the thicker this gets. And you're going to be going through the beads. So you want to make sure that you can get through them. So 4 or 6-pound. And right now I have the 6-pound. And I don't know what kind of needle. I don't know. It's 10 or 12. I have my needles in here. I just pick one. So I'm not sure if it's a 10 or a 12. So here is my first section. The tail. Here's top, and then we have this on this side, this on this side. And that's what we have so far. And then to go ahead, I'm going to do one of these rose gold and a garnet. Drop it down, way down, and there we go. Oop, just wanted to pull that. There we go. So we have that. Hang on to it. And then we're going to go our 15-0, our 4 mil, 15-0. Ooh, there went a bead right there. And a 4 mil. And a 15-0. That's what we're doing. We're going to go back through the garnet. So we're going to go back through, up, through here, and I would pull it down, then pull on the needle. Get out of the way and let it come through. That's one side, and now we're going to do the other side. We got a 15-0, a 4 millimeter, 15-0, 4 millimeter, and a 15-0. And we're going to go back up through the garnet again. Tail out of the way. Tail don't belong in there. Hang on. I can't tell which one's the tail. Here it is. Right here. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Pull. And I want it on the other side of this. So it goes on this side. There we go. Yee. Sorry. So there's 2 units so far. And then we're going to do another rose gold. This is crazy. It's so long. It's fiddly until you use up your thread. So got another rose gold and a garnet. And I'm just going to drop them down. Drop. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I have absolutely no idea. So there we go. Down. And now we're going to go 15-0, 4 millimeter, 15-0, 4 millimeter, and a 15-0. We have that. And then we're going to go up through the garnet. Oh, see how they dropped? You want to bring that back down. Bring it back down. Uh-oh, what's going on here? No, 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 no. I'm not really sure what's going on. Not really. See, that tail gets in. Where is the tail? Oh my gosh. It's only supposed to be so long. Now I have a knot. Oh my gosh. See, I don't know what the heck happened. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm stretching. And I'm stretching. And Oh my goodness. All right. Let me figure this out. That's coming out the top. Came back down through. Hang on. Good morning, my peeps. It is Monday morning, and I just thought I'd say hello. It is very cold here in Wisconsin. It is like in the single digits and then below zero with the wind chill. Yay! Glad I live inside. But anyway, I just want to call. I just wanted to say hi. So, shall we get started and finish up our bracelet? It's not supposed to, but the line snapped. So I'm like, and then it snapped again. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to finish it up. So it's not a full bracelet. So I'm on the other side and I'll show you what I was doing. Okay, get this. So I am on, this is what I did with one side. Get the thread and everything all out of the way. Okay, it's almost done. And I did this part over here. And there's my needle. Okay, what the heck? Okay, that's the end. This is what I did on this end. So now I already came down this end, and now I'm working on this side. And I'm going to pull the needle because it's a little loose. I'm going to pull on the string, but I want to make sure it's not in a knot because it's been happening. Okay. I just been working down here. So move it right here. These are all out of the way. And pick my needle up. Make sure there's no knots. That's good. Okay. Now, I'm just going from one section to the next. So I'm doing 3. I got out some wine. These are wine seed beads. Can't see the camera. There we go. Focus. There we go. Wine color seed beads. Wow, I put lotion on. Doesn't look like it. Ah, it's so dry. You know, the winter months is just terrible. I'm constantly putting lotion on. And even when I put lotion on, my skin still cracks. And it's like, what the heck? That hurts. Oh, yoy. Okay. We are coming. Okay, we're in. How close am I? I'm coming from this little tiny bead right here. And I'm going to jump over to this little tiny pearl bead over here. I just got to get in. There we go. And then just pull. And it's wrapped around here for some reason. I checked it before I pulled on it. Before I even used it. Okay, pull on this side. There we go. There we go. It's coming. There we go. No. From there to there. Where is... This is the end. Pull. It's twisted. No, it's wrapped around it. Oh, you know what? I'm ready to give up on this thing because I have had nothing but problems with it. I was doing just fine. Now I'm on the camera and look at what happened. I don't know what's going on. So, I think it just got twisted. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? Not worry about it. This part is good. And then I want to do this end just to show you how I did this. But anyway, I picked up three of the wine, one of the rose gold, 3 wine, go through the pearl, and then jump over to this one. 3 wine, 1 rose gold, and then 3 wine, and then jump through this one. And that's how I got these here. And then down here, I just come out of here and kept coming up here. I got 3 rose gold, a bicone, 2 rose gold, and then I wrapped around this magnet. I'm not going to use jump rings because it just, I figured just the magnet was fine. I did not reinforce it because it's not a full bracelet, so I didn't want to do all that. But anyway, see if I can tighten that. And then I came down from the magnet, back through these 2 beads, this bead, picked up 3 more of the, okay, I came down from the magnet, I came back through the 2 seed beads, this bicone, and then I picked up 3 of these, and then come down through here. I didn't reinforce it, like I said, this is not a full bracelet. And then I started making these all the way down. So if this was a full bracelet, I think it would be beautiful. Hang on, let me back. Woo, wrong way. Back up. There we go. So if it was a full bracelet, it would be a pretty bracelet. But like I said, I didn't reinforce. See, I'm pulling it out already. I didn't reinforce it, so I'm just going to pull it all apart because it snapped on me. And I'm like, whoa, this stuff isn't supposed to snap. It's fire line. So anyway, I'm going to take this mess and put it over here. And then I'm just putting everything in this dish, and then I'll sort it out later. I want this. I don't want that chain. So I don't care. I'm just going to whoop, just to get it out of the way for now. Like I said, I'll go through it tomorrow, later and get it taken care of. I don't think I'll need the scissors anymore either. All right, I have 2 earrings. I get in view here. Okay, there we go. Okay, I have got 2 pairs of earrings. This one, what is it? I have to read. Make a dramatic pair of earrings. Okay. These are pretty big. Big and long. So this is my dramatic earring. And I'm going to show you how I made it. So first of all, I think I'm going to work from the bottom up. Yeah, because we're going to put a jump ring on here. And I need a gold jump ring and my tools. And this one and my, not that. All right, here we go. All right, pick this up. I'm gonna put my bent nose on it. Have the opening towards the top. I always use my flat nose. You do however you open your jump rings. And I'm just going to open it just a little bit, just to hook this on. And then I think that, yeah, I'm just going to leave it open because right here, we're going to do a wire. That's where I'm kind of lost because this was yesterday. I'm doing this the next day, so I'm just like, oh, all right, get my bearings. So right now we're gonna make a wrapped loop and get these tools out of the way. These are good, and then I need my round nose. So we're gonna take the round nose. I'm gonna come about down here. Usually go about like a third of the way, but I'm not going to go down that far. We just need a wrap loop. So I'm going to bend over the pliers and then bring that wire up and over around the pliers. Rotate the pliers around and bring that wire all the way around. Complete your loop. So your loop's right here. And then we're going to wrap. And I use these. I am losing. I rest on it and then it moves. Okay, we're going to swing this over to this side and then back over to this side. I try to keep it nice and close, but that one is not. It's not coming. I like it to look pretty. There we go. And the third one should be there. Just like that. Pretty. Okay, we're going to snip it off in back. And there we go. Now I'm going to put on a frame. This is a frame bead. Oh, I think they are 18 karat on top of it, 18 karat gold. So here's our frame bead. I'm going to go through the bottom first, and then I'm going to pick up a little black bead and put it through this hole here. Drop it down, and then I have these itty bitty tiny jet black beads with a little bit of it's not really AB, is it, or just kind of a coating on it. So anyway, we got those two down, and then we're going to go through the top of the hole there, and we've got that complete. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go through this big, long spacer bead. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. And we're going to go down through there, and then another black bead on top, and then I think we just do a wrap loop. Yep, wrap loop coming up, and we get our round nose right above the bead. We're going to bend it over the pliers, move it up to make a decent sized loop, and we're going to bring that wire up and over the pliers. Rotate your pliers around and bring that all the way around, complete your loop, and then we're going to wrap. And then we're going to start way out here, swing over here, and then I'm just going to circle around. There we go, just like that. And snip it off and back. Woo! Snip this off right there. Well, I heard it snip, but evidently it just did not take it off. Well, there's a mark. So there we go. So do I. Okay, bring this up. There we go. And then that's going to go on this jump ring right here. Wait, this one. And then we're going to close it up. Get my tools out of the way. So I'm horrible at leaving them lay. And bent nose, flat nose. Okay, now we're going to chain. We are going to put, do I put a jump ring on the chain? Yes, a jump ring on both ends. So I have a little jump ring. Is this a little jump ring for both? Little one up there. I don't know, I'm just going to use them. Okay, we have a little jump ring. I still use the bent nose and my flat nose. Open it up. And take this and attach it to the chain. Close it back up. Oh, I almost lost it there. There we go. And nice and snug. There's our chain. Move our tools. I have to have this laid out so I can see what I did. I have to. Like I said, I lost my bearings because I did this yesterday. And then I was working on my bracelet and I got frustrated with it, so I stopped. And then, what's this way? There we go. Okay, now we're going to make this one. Okay, this side needs this, a frame and a bead, this to go in the frame, and this goes on top. Okay, we're just going to do the other side. And we're going to start off with a wire. I cut like 7 inches of, this is 24 gauge. I couldn't use 20 gauge because these holes are really small and some of them you can't even get into. So I had to stick it in and see which ones will go through it. So anyway, we're going to do our wrap loop first. Wrap loop first. All right, and round nose, and bend it over the pliers, bring it up, make a decent sized loop, bring that wire up and over the pliers, rotate your pliers around, bring that wire all the way around, complete your loop. There we go. And then we're going to wrap. Good. And excuse me, swing over here, back over there. We're going to do it 3 times. Just like that. Isn't that beauteous? Beauteous. We're going to snip it off and back. Okay. And then we're going to do our frame again. Frame. Ooh. Frame. And then we're just going to come out the side here. We're going to put on a bead. And then a itty bitty tiny black crystal bead. There we are. The crystal bead has actually a bigger hole. I just lost it. It's a bigger hole than the actual black bead. Okay, we're going to come back up and we're going to get a hold of this frame. Oh my gosh, I can't get a hold of it. It's like slipping. Oh my gosh. Okay, bring it up and come down. Line it up and come down. There we go. There we go. It's through. Drop it. And then we're going to do our big long spacer bead. And then we're going to do another bead on top of it. And do another wrapped loop. Oh no. I thought I went through these. Oh no. Now I got to find another one. Well, this is slightly bent, so that's probably not helping. So we're going to snip that little bend off. Over here. Straighten it up. And slip this bead on. No. No. No, no, no. Oh, no. All right, here we go. I thought I went through this already. There we go. That one goes on top, and then it goes up here. So I'm going to make our wrap loop. Get these tools out of the way. I'm going to need this to snip off that to wrap. Trying to keep my tools out of the way of the camera anyway. Okay, we're going to go right above the bead. Bend it over. Bring it up to make a decent sized loop. Bring it up and over the pliers. Rotate your pliers around. Bring that wire all the way across. Finish your loop. And then we're going to wrap. So we're going to get up here. Keep it up high. And then this one's not going as well. There we go. Nice. 3 wraps. Okay, now we're going to snip it off and back. Snip this off. And tuck that little bit in. Then we have a jump ring. Large jump ring. And this one over here, this over here. Okay. Open our jump ring. Our bent nose. Flat nose. And we're going to put on this chain. And then we're going to put this on. And then we're going to go through. Where'd that go? Okay, let's get this. I lost everything. Okay, chain. And this that we just made. And then come up through here. You gotta twist it. There we go. Well, keep it twisted. Okay. There. There we go. Now I can do something with this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Finish that up. And then what the? I just want to go back to bed. I don't know why I do videos. I don't even know why I continue to put myself through this. I have no idea. I like pain and suffering on the video. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we're going to put this on. And it's on. It's in this. I don't know. I don't know, people. I really, really don't know about myself. Okay. And oh, that isn't what I did on this one. I did a couple of. Well, it still worked. All right, I'm just going to put on this. Open this up right there. We're just going to swing it open and put it on this big jump ring. And then I'm going to use this to close it up. Oh, I don't want that one. All right. And then we're going to swing shut. There we go. There's that one. Oh, Here, my little jump ring. I gotta get my itty bitty jump ring and open it up and put this on, and then I have to put it on here. I double check to see where the front is. Let's see where it hangs. Okay, this is front. So we're going to bring it in this way and close it up. Here. Close it nice and snug. There we go. Oh my gosh. That was rough. Oy, oy, oy. But it's made. There's my obnoxious earring, whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. Big and long. Holy smokes. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Now this one, I used a lotus flower here, and then some stars. And this one is for use stars in a design. So I have these blue stars and a silver moon, and then I decided to put a lotus flower in there and a bead. And I think that's really pretty. I love the blue, the cobalt blue. Cobalt is one of my very favorite color of beads. So we're going to put in a head pin through our stars first, and I always come up through, I call this the bottom, where it's like it comes in between the two little legs and comes out the top. That's how I do mine. So anyway, drop it down. We're going to do a wrapped loop and around those pliers. And we're just gonna make, are we gonna just, I think we're doing simple loops. This is strong. Okay, bend it back up, and we're gonna do simple loops. Let's, now that I have a bend in there, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna chomp on it. Just chomp on it. And chomp. There we go. Take that bend right out of there. So now we're going to bend it right at the top of the bead. And I'm going to bend it over my nail, or my finger. And then I use my finger to kind of measure how big I want my loop. And I'm going to put the pliers on and kind of push in a little bit and snip it off. My goodness. And then we're going to roll. And right about there. I always check back here with my finger. Whoops. Right here. Make sure you can't feel it on the back side. And start rolling and make a nice loop to the front. Beauteous. Beautiful. Okay, we're just going to do the other two just like that. And I'm going to do, start from the bottom. Here. Put it down. Oh, I don't need that to. Bend it over right at the top of the bead, over my finger. Snip it off. Push in a little bit, snip it off. Take care of the wire. And then we're going to roll, check the back, and make a nice loop to the front. Just like that. Beauteous. 2. And we got one more to do. There we go. And then we got a bead. I have to do a bead. So we're going to go down, up through the top, and bend over. Snip it off. And roll. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's not closed. There we go. Spinning around. Okay, that's our 3 stars, and then we have a bead. Just a bead. And now this, I want to attach it to the flower. So I'm going to make a wrap loop. So I'm going to put my pliers in there, and I'm going to bend right over the pliers, bring it up to make a decent sized loop, bring that up and over the pliers, and bring it around. And before we wrap, we're going to put it on our flower on the bottom. Make sure it's on the bottom because it's a link. And then I'm going to take my bent nose pliers to get in here and hang on to that loop. Just like that. And then we're going to wrap into this section right here. So we'll grab a hold of it and bring it over, hang on to it, and keep going. One more. I think 3 wraps is like the magic number. Isn't that pretty? That's beautiful. I did it very, very nice. Okay, now we're going to snip off and back. Snip this off as close as possible. And tuck in the little bit. Just like that. So pretty. Beautiful. Good job, Gina. I did a good job. Yay! Okay, I love it when things work. Okay, now I have 3 chains. And I hope I can find them through all this mess that I created. And here it is. Get these tools out of the way. This needs to go up. Tools out of the way. Okay. I need a jump ring. Do I put a jump ring on all of them? I think I do. Yep. Put a jump ring. No? Nope. Okay. I am just going to take each one and put this chain, I'm going to put this through that loop. And I need my, I don't want that one, this one. This one works easier. I'm just going to flip this up. And then we're going to I'm going to hang on to, I remember this now. I'm going to lay this down and I'm going to hang on to the second link up. That way I got a hold of this small little tiny loop right there. And I have this open. Which one's open? Oh, it is open. And I'm going to hook it into that opening. Right there. Ta-da! It's on. I'm going to close that up. And we're going to do the same thing with the other 2. Open it up. Open this up. And then I'm going to lay the chain out. Lay the chain out. And grab the second link. So that I have that available to hook into that. Close it up. Nice and snug. Very close because this is a small chain. It'll escape. It will. Alright, which side? This side. Swing it open. Grab the second link. Okay, I got it. And then I'm going to hook. Close it up. Nice and snug. A little closer. Nice and closed. There we go. Now, we're just going to put one jump ring through the top. So I'm going to open this up. And I'm going through. It doesn't go through this here, so we got to go up. I want to make sure I get the right spot. Yep, okay. It's got to be the same as that one. So right here, right here. I got to make sure I'm doing it the same opening. Nope, I went up one. So we're going down. Okay. All right, so okay, now we need a hook. That's where these jump rings are coming in. We're going to put jump rings on each one of these stars, the chain of the star. And I'm going to just open it up and just hook the chain on, close it up. That one's done. And we're going to open this one. These are magnetized. And it's making it more fun. Open up, another chain. Just let it fall through. Maybe. There we go. A little convincing. You just got to convince it. It's going to go. And then we have one more. Open up. That one's a stainless steel. There we go. It opened up a little stiffer, so I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. And that one's on. And now I think we just hook them all on to our I thought I put a jump ring on here. Did I not? You know? Okay. We're going to hook. And I'm not really sure. Is it in here? We're going in here. And then I'm just going to take all three of these. Boop. Boop. And third one. And I usually like to hook this and then have the opening in the back. There we go. And then we'll just spin this around to the back. So there we go. There's that. And then we have this, which is a small. I have an oval jump ring for that. And just open this up and swing that on. And then I use this. You gotta pay attention to how you're putting your jump rings on, because I want to hook it from the back to the front. And I can't. Okay, open it up a little bit more. Give it some room. Maybe I'll come this way. Okay, and then we're going to come in the back and close it up. Oh, I thought I had it. Sounded like I had it. Okay, it's in the back. It's in the back, and we're going to close it up. Hang on to it. Just want to close. Just close it up. I watch people do this, and they actually use their fingers, and I'm like, I don't know. I think my fingers would get sore after a while. Okay, there it is, and close it up a little bit more. Whew. And then the top, we're going to open up this. We're going to swing it open just enough to put the top hook in. Did I put a jump ring on? Nope. I just put it right on. And I didn't open it far enough. So we're going to open it just a wee bit more. Just a wee bit. Oh my gosh. And then I can't hang on to nothing. Oh boy. Put that on. Put it on. There we go. And we are done. We have 2 pairs of earrings and, well, a half a bracelet. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty. I love it. It's just really, really pretty. I love the cobalt. Okay, now let me show you everything. I got extra here. Throw it in here. Throw it in here. I don't care. Throw everything in there. It's going to take me all day to, well, not really all day, probably. Here is our beautiful earrings. So, something made with stars. I don't think I put those on right. I went that way. And I'm going to have to redo that. Redo it. And I will lay these out. There we go. Lay this out. Actually, I want that through here. And I'll put this through here. There we go. Now we have our beautiful, obnoxious earrings. I don't know what they are. What they are? What are they? Okay, bingo! Make a dramatic pair of earrings. Done. Use stars in the design. Done. Use crystal in a bracelet. And it's not done. Yeah. Well, I tried. Where did it go? What did I do with it? It's over here. It's over here. I think I tossed it. Oh no, it's in here. So, this was our bracelet. I've been pulling on this. So, problems. There we go. There's one side. Oh, see how that snaps off? I don't like that. I think I'm going to have to get rid of this. It just snaps right off, and that's giving me problems. Well, so anyway, this was my magnet for the clasp. But I thought it was going to be a pretty bracelet anyway. Beautiful colors. I love the colors. So there it is. Or there it was. I have to fix it. Or I start over or something. I don't know. Off camera, I'll be fine. Anyway. This is for Chrissy. I have a bingle across the top. I have a second bingle here. Third bingle all the way down here. And a fourth bingle all the way across diagonal here. So I have 4 bingos. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares done. 12 squares done and 4 bingos. I am done with my bingo. Bingo! I'm done. Yay. Okay, Gemstone Orphanage. Oh, I think I'm done with my Gemstone Orphanage challenges this month. Now I'm going to go back to Bargain Bee Box. I go from, one to the other because those are the two that I don't have any more boxes. I can't keep up with all of them. In fact, I went over and I was looking for something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a Nekkid Baby. I never even did it. So I'm like, oh no. It's a beautiful color. Well, okay, that's gotta get done. And I see other ones there. I ordered a second box of one of the Bargain Bee boxes that I like. That's sitting up there. That hasn't been opened. I'm like, I put them in these little 15 grid boxes. Hang on. I'll get it. It's right here. I have everything right at my fingertips. What's the top one here? No, those are gemstones. Those are gemstones. Well, here. To be honest, this is my... You guys are going to be mad. This is my Gemstone Orphanage. I did the donut out of it, but I haven't done anything else. So I put it up there. Here's my penguin. I still have him or her. I ordered more ovals, as you can see. I ordered more of different ones. And then here it sits. I have it. I see it. But then I'm working on other stuff. I don't know. I just can't keep up for some reason. But I'm trying to do a video every day. And so far, you kind of got to use your thumb. And kind of sort of snapshot. That's kind of, I don't know. Unless it's me, that's just the way I can close it. So that's the only way I can close that. And move that over there, out of the way. And what else? Anything else I want to splurge what I'm doing here? Oh, I started Excel in the computer. So now I have to name these things. I have to start naming everything again. I started over. I actually threw away. Hang on. I threw away. Started over with this. I keep all of this. I keep Gemstone Orphanage, Bee Box Bargains, and this was full from, I don't know, 2013. And I started over, and it's only been, a few months. Spring Blossom. I don't know how long ago that was. I should put up here what month it was. Because people are like, and this came from this box and this year and whatever. And I'm like, how do they know all that? They must keep track. And I'm like, I don't keep track. So I'm going to start being a little bit more organized. And so I'm getting started in that. I made my very own. Hang on, I got one more thing. Is that this one right here? Yep. I do believe. Yes, this one. I designed this. And I made it. I gave it a name. I have the picture so I know what it looks like. Then I do the description, what was in it, how much it costed, all that. And I stopped doing that. It's a lot of work. Making the jewelry is easy. That's the easy part. That's fun. And then you got all the paperwork behind it. And I started doing all these metals. I'm starting to coat all my metals so that they don't tarnish. So it's a lot of work. So I don't keep up with just more than 2 boxes. That's all I can handle. So that's why I just go from Bargain Bee Box to Gemstone Orphanage, because all the work behind it there's a lot. Get this coated, put it in, log it, what the name is, give it a description, and get all the measurements and this, that, and the other thing, because when you put it in Etsy, they ask 20 million questions, and you got to get it all in there, and all the pictures and everything, so you got Etsy to take care of. Right now, I do not have an Etsy shop. I took it down. I'm putting new stuff in, and then I put it in that I call it a product sheet or inventory sheet, product something, and then I print that out and put that in. So I'm like, it takes like a week to take care of one thing. I don't know, but anyway, that's what goes on behind all this. And then I have to like come up with something for the next day. So the next day I got to have something laying here so that when I get up, here it is, it's ready to go. And I can just do the video. And then I am in my craft room literally all day long because there's so much to do. But I enjoy doing it. I really do. I get frustrated because things don't go the way they're supposed to, but yeah. Just keep plugging along. Never give up. That's what I was told. Never give up. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep going. I'll just make the videos and it'll just be whatever it is. All right, people. Until next time, happy beading.